Hello, welcome to the Hot Takes podcast, where we take the hottest of takes and try to debunk them. I'm your host, Sunlight Cove, and co-host. Introduce yourself.
I'm Bright Wolf. I am a small-time Twitch streamer, and I have had a YouTube channel for donkey's ages, but I've never done much with it.
Interesting. Interesting. Fucking whatever. Anyway, we're going to be taking a look at a DBD forums post about people still getting upset because of the use of Lightborn, and
Light.
you go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, so as I was going to say, Lightborn is a very controversial topic amongst with the us versus them mentality that has sprung up around Dead by Daylight. It's the same discourse that was everywhere for windows of opportunity and distortion. Unfortunately for distortion, it got sacrificed on the altar of making killer players happy. And I'm saying this as a killer main.
Rest in peace, distortion. You will be missed.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, today we're going to be looking at this post by someone named Jamali093, and they say, I had Lightborn on because a while ago I had a few flashlight squads, so Lightborn was there just to prevent any annoyance, then completely forgot I still had it. Damn this sickness. And Adam got upset because I had it because it prevented him from saving a teammate who was out in the open. So I'm supposed to give him flashlight saves. I've had killers bring Lightborn when I was doing a challenge requiring blind the killer. Annoying, yes, but body. Excuse me. But some people just don't want to deal with flashlights. I'm not going to get upset with them, but it's a single perk. If you brought no flashlight, then it's a waste of a perk slot. Plus, if you're wanting to save a teammate, take a protection hit. So basically, what I'm gathering here is that there are multiple ways to just save your teammate despite not having flashlights, and Lightborn is not that bad of a perk if you don't have flashlights to blind the killer with.
Yeah. From what I remember, old Lightborn never actually used to offer the protection it does now.
No,
you
it
would
didn't.
still, if I remember correctly from that old video of Matthew Kote versus that Korean bully squad, insta blinds were, a huge problem. So people put Lightborn on, but Lightborn back then, it only delayed the amount of time it took for you to get blinded before you get blinded.
And it permanently darkened your screen, didn't it?
Yes. So if you're playing with a monitor with, because you've got sensitive lights, like me, old lady, hello. So you already have like the blue yellow light filter on your computer setting to turn on after a certain hour, so you're not there burning your retinas. So sometimes the game at Dead by Daylight, even though the maps are like completely dark anyway, can look even freaking darker because of that setting. So imagine that as a filter after being blinded by Lightborn. I'm surprised that killers were even able to play the game with old Lightborn. The way how Lightborn is now, I honestly think it's fine. Again, as a killer main, I find that Lightborn can end up just being a dead perk slot, like at least maybe
like 90% of the time. Now, I'm a player who plays both sides of Survivor and Killer, so yes, I understand the frustrations of Survivor, but I also understand the frustrations of Killer, and honestly, neither side is innocent. Come on, guys, play both sides.
Yeah.
Get out of your comfort zones. Anyway, let's look at the comments.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be juicy.
Yeah, juicy. We got one for Wolfie Wood. Interesting name. They say it's a boring perk that encourages more time sitting on gens before the person gets tunneled dies. I'm not sure why anyone should ever enjoy going against it. It doesn't change interactions, it just removes them.
Okay, so okay. Okay, so I do get that, sitting on the gens is kind of boring and it's the only thing to do. But that's again that sounds like a you problem with the whole it just takes away killer player interaction. Not really.
No, not like
Because,
flashlights ever like was a killer interaction anyway. I might
yeah,
have
no,
been reading that too wrong.
like killer like flashlights. They're not a mandatory thing. It's like complaining that they like a perk like self-care or something, you know?
Oh yeah,
It's like it's not a mandatory part of your kit. You can, you know,
and plus that has like
build
no
around.
interaction with the other survivors. It's just like honestly a selfish perk that if you're just like hiding, like healing in the corner of the map while everyone else is dying, then fuck you.
Yeah,
Get out my lobby.
yeah. And then sometimes I've seen people bring flashlights into matches and then they don't use them at all. So then it's just like, what the fuck is the point of using the flashlight?
Yeah, and plus Franklin Weaves exists, which has a lot more survivor killer interaction than you think. So
That is true. That is
yeah.
true.
Anyway, we have another one by Simon here. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Survivors will always be upset about Lightborn. It's a perk that eliminates something really annoying, and it will always be valuable for that alone. But like the poster up here said, not all survivors are going to bring flashlights, so in the end, it's kind of in the middle when it comes to value. Because like at first, you'll get like so much value from Lightborn, and you know no one's ever going to blind you, and then all the bully squads are going to be pissing their pants crying because they couldn't bully you. And then on the other hand, you got, you know, people who bring no flashlights, and the killer still ran Lightborn either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I have left my anti-bully squad build on a couple of times with while playing Wraith of all things, and I've like realized, oh shit, I've now got like no gen pressure, like gen defense or regression perks, and the only thing I can really do is sloppy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so my
and even then,
Franklin...
it's not that strong on Wraith.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah, I'm just coming down with the sickness. Come on.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it's just like, if you're not like really paying attention to your builds and you just want to go into the next game, and then once you get into the loading screen, fuck, I forgot to take Lightborn off.
I had that all the time.
Yeah, or if you're like sometimes like me and you like to be a bit of a masochist when you play killer and you see that it's going to be a bully squad, you just equip Franklins without Lightborn and then make them suffer because you have to make them constantly go and pick up their items, and then they get salty. It's like, it was a purple beamer, I need that, those are rare, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, sorry, skill issue.
God. Oh my god, it's even better when you go into the game and you hit them in the meat locker room right in front of the window. So basically they're fucked no matter what, especially if they're a console player. So instead of vaulting, they just force to pick up the pallet and boom. It's so funny.
Oh my god, yes.
I've had so many times where that have happened to me and me as a killer, so yeah. Anyway, we're moving on. Jamali replied, it says, plus, I'll say this in a survivor perspective. I hate people who bring flashlights since they'll follow you around till you go down just to blind the killer instead of taking a protection hit or just doing a gen. I get you want the flashlight save, but just do it when the killer's near you instead of follow them. That is true, but this rarely ever fucking happens.
Yeah, no, the only time it ever really happens is if it's in like a really coordinated swift and they're playing with someone who is very obviously new, who has been designated as the gen jockey, and they're the one, and the person that's following you around with the flashlight is the babysitter, who's basically looking after the new friend or the gen jockey. They're annoying, but at the same time, if they are overconfident and they still hang around even though they're injured, it can lead to 2 downs, and so that's more pressure for me.
Yeah.
So really, by following the killer around, trying to get the flashlight save instead of waiting to be in an opportune location or directing the person to try and come near you to go down for the save is yeah, it's very counterproductive at times.
Yeah, and plus, the survivor could be running breakout too, so that could be why they're always following near the killer. Just in case if the
Yeah.
killer does happen to have Lightborn, fuck you. I still get the survivor off no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, it's there's a lot of intricacies to this game. God, I can't speak this morning. But it's just like there's a lot of things that can happen, just as much as there are a lot of things that can go wrong. It's the nature of an RNG PvP ASIM, really.
Yeah. Uh. Now the fucking like Reddit tab has been staring at me in the face for a while, so we're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, would it be all right if we like dived away from Lightborn for a bit and go to the bro,
Yeah.
that nerf was not enough. I need him dead. So according to this clip right here, this 15-second clip I'll play right now. Oh wait, shit, it doesn't have any audio. There we go.
Oh.
For the audio listeners, just okay. Nemesis. Okay, that was clearly a fucking bug. Okay, so, yeah, that clip was just fucking ridiculous. This guy is, I can't tell if he's a troll or actually wants fucking Kaneki dead, but we're gonna go ahead and get that a downvote. Oh, I have to sign in. Anyway. So one of the comments says, new patch notes, if Kaneki gets 3 hooks within the first 2 minutes of the match, Armia shows up, beats the shit out of him, and gives him amnesia, causing the match to end. What? So you need him dead by daylight. Oh god.
Yeah, like I know it's Reddit, and finding actual like conversation is rare, like nuanced takes, but you know, the rage bait ones are the ones that always get the comments and the likes, because people just in this community just feed off the negativity. And I get it, like we're being a little bit negative as well, but we're trying to be funny about it.
Oh, Rob 4096 says here, I've been playing DBDs since fall of 2018. That's 6.5 years. I've never come across anything more awful to play against than Kaneki. Maybe peak Skull Merchant, but with Skull Merchant, you still didn't see her that often. These last 2 to 3 weeks have genuinely been the worst DBD I've made myself endure, and it's not even close. What the fuck, man?
As someone who has been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight, and I've been swapping between Survivor and Killer quite a bit for this event, and I'm just like, where are all the Kanekis? I don't see them. I've probably gone up against 5 in total, and I play probably about 10 to 8 games per night.
Yeah.
And I've only come across like 5 in that entire total. And I've been playing the event since Kaneki, however you say his name. My brain is rotting.
As we're talking, it's rotting right now.
Yes. Rose brains. But yeah, it's just like, I've hardly, encountered him. I've come across more Wesker and Huntress. Now this might be it might be a server thing, because I'm in Oceania and you're in NA. So maybe Kaneki is a little bit more popular in NA.
No, actually, I rarely ever see him.
Yeah, because like over here in Oceania, the most popular killers that and this is from my own research from a couple of years ago that I should probably update and stuff. The most popular killer in Oceania is Huntress, followed by Wesker, Wraith, and then surprisingly Demogorgon is 4th. Demo is actually really, really popular here. Or at least maybe I've just been playing during a Demogorgon resurgence, because sometimes, killers will just go out of fashion.
Oh
for a
yeah.
little while, and then suddenly everyone wants to play them for some reason, and they're like in resurgence for about like a week or so, and then you have to be like, how do you play against this killer again? And then they disappear back into the void for like X amount of months, and you just forget how to play against them. That was like my story, like the story of my life against old Freddy. I can play against rework Freddy quite nicely, but old Freddy, I'm just like, I don't see him enough.
No. Also,
And
we're back on the
Hag,
forums, by the way.
right. Sorry, and I was just gonna say that. And Hag, I rarely see her.
Oh no! Like every time I see a hag or a twins, I'm like, oh my god. I'm like queso. It's just like, what? This is a moment in history. Take a picture.
Yes, like I still don't know the counterplay for the twins. That's how often I face them.
Oh
I
yeah.
still don't know their counterplay. At most, all I know is you can, or at least used to be able to take Victor out for ice cream.
Anyway, Kaiman replied, I can't count the amount of times I've gone down just to realize the teammate is standing around the corner waiting for a flashlight save they will never get because the killer is smart enough to face away or just straight up finds them hiding poorly and starts snowballing from there. I fucking hate that. Unfortunately, I'm a victim of this myself because I have done this before, and I feel like an absolute idiot when I do this.
Yeah. The few times I've done the flashlight challenge or I do with flashbangs, but I've maybe only gotten one successful flashbang save, and that was during the Christmas event last year.
The Bone Chill
Yeah.
event.
Yes, the bone chill event,
Oh my god.
and it was. I mean,
We should make another episode
wait.
talking about how bad the events are.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one. That would
Yeah.
be a good one.
Anyway, continue what you were saying.
Oh yeah, so and the only reason why I was able to get that save was because I was able to silently convince the killer, because we were just memeing around throwing snowballs and stuff. Silently convince the killer to let me flashbang him. Because I wasn't live, because again, that's when my laptop actually decided to die. But I wasn't live streaming, so they obviously couldn't understand. But it's just like I managed to convince them to let me get a flashbang save, and it actually completed the challenge for me. And I'm just like, yes, thank you.
Oh my god, I think I still have a clip of this. I think I still have the clip. I'm gonna have to go back and find it, but I remember I was facing against a huntress, and this Kate got downed, and I'm like, okay, the Kate's down, stuff like that, whatever. And then I'm like, oh wait, this Kate's death hook, and this huntress hasn't gotten a single kill, and I'm like, well, we're almost done with the gens, and if Kate dies right as her one gen left, then she's able to snowball us before we get able to get the exit gate open. So I'm not going to be able to do it. But then I remembered, oh wait, I have a flashbang in my hand, and since I'm not a fucking idiot and drop it right in front of the pallet, I would be like, oh, I could save. And keep in mind, this was during the time where the flashbang didn't have the audio thing for whatever reason, so it was still bugged.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
it didn't matter at that moment because I was standing right in front of the killer, body blocking him, and then when I got to the hook, I was like, okay. And then the huntress got tired of me. She bitch slapped me, and right before she did, I dropped the flashbang. So she was more focused on the animation of her swinging than me dropping the flashbang. I fuck off. Kate gets saved, and 4-man out.
Nice. Oh, I like 4-man outs like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I hope I have a clip of that, so it doesn't sound like I'm capping my ass off, but yeah.
I believe it. I'm currently editing a clip of me doing Quentin with pharmacy against a huntress on Midwich.
Oh god. Anyway, we're gonna continue because we only have 6 minutes left. Human being, or actually no, this one's too short. We got Hex Devour Ass perk icon here. They say, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with Lightborn. It's a decent option for killers, and it isn't too powerful, despite being one of the very few hard counters that exist in the game. That said, Distortion was nerfed, at least in part because having one perk that denies an entire class of perks, and it promoted unhealthy gameplay, which makes Lightborn seem like a special case. Maybe it would be more consistent for the devs to rework it to something like a gain a token for each unique survivor hooked, each token's adding a 25% blindness reduction up to 100% maximum at 4 tokens, discouraging tunneling, and consider changing hook to either hit or chased. What the fuck is this rework? What the fuck is this rework? This does not sound good at all.
I know, but it's just like, seriously, it's like when people say stuff about, tokens, like, only limited to 4 tokens, people do realize that you can still be blinded as a killer while you're still technically can't see. You may not be in the animation, but you're still, like, blind. You can't see. You can get double blinded. I've been triple blinded that way.
Especially if the survivor had blast mine and like you kick it, blast mine, boom, and then you're still getting blind because the flashlight is like shining directly in your eyes.
Yeah,
It's so stupid.
That's how I've been triple blinded. When I first started playing the game, I was triple blinded by a bully squad that used to do the whole locker saves that people were complaining about that got removed a while ago.
Oh yeah.
Because
I know
because they just hop inside the locker, and then the killer, because they can't look away, could still get saved, which was a dumb feature anyway. But yeah, I got flashbanged, and then once that left, I was still able to, after the animation cancelled, I was still able to pull the person out of the locker. Then there was a person behind me who had a flashlight, blinded again. And then, as I turned around, I got double blinded by someone at the window.
Oh.
This is that shack, obviously. So I'm just like blinded 3 times in a row. The only one that counted as the double blind were the 2 flashlights. But it's just like, that's how easy a 4 token system for Lightborn would be chewed through.
Yeah.
With just add-ons and good flashlights. So it's just like, no, you can't add a token. The only way a token system could work is if the token's recharged.
Yeah. And like you said in a text that I'll probably find somewhere, I think you sent me it in our DMs actually. You mentioned that it's easy to chew through, just like how Scratch Mirror Myers did through Old Distortion.
Yeah, so Old Distortion was pretty much useless against Scratch Mirror Myers because of the aura reading. So it would chew, or even if you were like, if the killer had like a pure aura reading build, it would chew through distortion stacks, old distortion stacks, like no tomorrow. And obviously that was back when they just recharge over time, or when sitting in the killer's terror radius. But if you were against a killer that had a full aura reading build and had a small terror radius, aka Scratch Mirror Myers, those stacks weren't coming back.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't.
So it's just it ends up getting ridiculous with the amount of like people like suggesting nerfs and changes, and it's just like it's always the worst ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that one. Just my jaw is on the floor.
Oh, this one's juicy. This comment's juicy. We still have time. Yep.
Yep.
This one says, killer maids take flashlights so personally when they forget nobody can see the killer before the match begins, so it literally has nothing to do with them. You're absolutely right in that people want to do more than just sit on gens the entire game. Flashlight saves are the last thing survivors have any sort of agency in, and this perk just outright removes it. Could you imagine if in
cut
soccer...
out for me again.
Damn it. Could you imagine if in soccer your keeper had to stay off the field for the entire match because the opposing team told the head ref that they don't like the mechanic and don't want to get bullied by the opposing team? Seems pretty ridiculous, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a clumsy analogy anyway, because the correct analogy would be like removing I don't know, like a certain play that the other team uses, or someone on the same team uses. It's just
yeah, it's like it's
so
the
ridiculous.
rules for thee, not for me mentality.
Yeah. It's like, the survivor handbook. Killers must stand in the corner until all 5 gens are done, and then they have to walk to the gate and watch the survivors teabag for the entirety of the end game timer, and then leave.
and then wonder why Bloodborne and Brock's out of nowhere.
Yes. Oh,
All right, this is going to be the last one before we end off the podcast. Here's one. What seems ridiculous in your analogy? Lightborn doesn't remove a key part of the game. It removes an additional part that someone chooses to use. It would be like removing a specific kick that someone uses. Lightborn is mostly used as an anti-flashlight squad perk. Few people keep it in their builds. I use it only when I see 2+ flashlights or the team comp looks suspicious. Even then, I normally only prevent like 2 saves. Most matches do not include a flashlight saves. Yeah.
That's like what I just said is just like it's not remove, and as I said earlier, it's not removing a mandatory part of the game. It's an option. It's removing an optional counterplay, and there are legitimate reasons as to why you would want to remove the ability to be blinded. Like there are a lot of people who are epileptic who play video games, and if a flashlight, save has that chance of triggering an epileptic episode, it's like it's kind of like a mandatory. Well, it's mandatory in that way, but it's just like, it's still optional, and it can end up being a dead perk slot.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all the time we have for this podcast episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we did. At least I hope we did.
I enjoyed myself quite a lot.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show. And if you want to see more episodes like this, be sure to hit the like button down below. And hey, if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video like this ever again. Stay awesome, guys.